Good evening. My name is Rosezetta Upshaw. I am the outgoing president of Black Women Lawyers Association of Los Angeles, Incorporated. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. It has been such a pleasure and such a privilege to serve as your president this year. So I'm going to take you all the way back to installation last year. We were together having the most glamorous brunch, celebrating champions in our community, acknowledging and appreciating our sponsors, and coming together to celebrate the past year and welcome in the new board. And it was such a great dynamic event. We were able to raise money for the year. Fast forward to the holidays, we had the most elegant cocktail sip. Again, thank you all so much for coming and for dancing with us. And for giving us your time, your energy, your support. Once again, we were able to raise money for our community outreach, for our scholarships, for the legal clinics that we do, and all the ways that we serve the community. And at the end of the year, we had our holiday party. And once again, that's another fundraiser. We were able to get donations for families in need, to help feed them, to help clothe them, to help provide them with toiletries. And the next thing you know, we were in quarantine. And of course, COVID-19, nobody saw any of this coming. But I can tell you with 100% certainty that if I had known that COVID-19 was going to hit in March, I would have picked the exact same team. My board went above and beyond this year. If I was back to 2019 and I knew this was coming, I would have asked for Michelle Kazadi. I would have asked for Lisa, Jasmine, Keisha, Holly, Katori, Veronica, Marguerite, Tashiana, Trina, Marisha, everybody. The exact same team. So I am so happy and so proud of the work we did this year, the way we overcame all these challenges, because after raising money in September and during the holidays, we were able to do one in-person legal clinic before quarantine. And once March hit and we had the stay-at-home orders, we quickly pivoted into digital events. We canceled our in-person events. And I'm just really proud of the way our board stepped up. And so there were so many people in crisis. So many corporations were laying off employees. So many people lost family members. I lost family members to COVID-19. And as a board, we came together and we decided that now was a time to do more and not less. So during a normal year, we support scholarships, we support young attorneys, we support our community. And this year they needed us more than ever. And we called ourselves champions of sisterhood and service. And we were able to live up to that name. We had members who lost family members. We were able to support them, provide comfort. Our hospitality committee is so active, and we had members who lost their job, and we were able to provide job assistance. We were able to provide financial assistance to our members in need. And we had law students who were homeless because universities shut down and campus housing was no longer available. And we worked with the Langston Bar Association and the Thurgood Marshall Bar Association to come together and have forums to hear about what our law students needed and to provide them with it, to help them with internet access, to make sure they were able to finish out their school year and do their exams, to help them with job placement and internships, as so many opportunities had been rescinded. And so once again, we decided as a board, as champions, that we needed to step our game up and to not use quarantine, COVID as an excuse to step back. So I was especially proud of our board because we are a community-based organization. We always support our community. We give donations to Prototypes, to Harriet Buhai, which we helped co-found. We work in our community with organizations, but that is something that we took to the next level this year because we actually gave hardship grants to people in our community who had a financial hardship. And I have to be honest with you, I was a little bit nervous to ask the board to just write checks to our members who had lost their job and who were looking for ways to feed their children. But thankfully, again, I picked the perfect team because we voted unanimously to support our members directly. And we voted unanimously to use our budget to make sure we were still able to give law student scholarships the way that we traditionally do. So even though we couldn't meet and gather in person the way we typically do, we were still able to be effective and serve our community. So I just wanted to highlight a few of the things we did this year. So not only the scholarships, the hardship grants, but we also still had CLEs. When the CARES Act was passed, we had panels to make sure that our members knew how to access resources that they needed. When small businesses were suffering, we highlighted small businesses, small law firms, solo practitioners, entrepreneurs in our community to make sure that everybody knew how to support each other. And so again, I'm just so proud of the work we did. Again, no one saw any of this coming, but I could not have picked a better team if I had planned it. So I want to say thank you to my board. Thank you to our past presidents, our lifetime members, especially our new lifetime members. We had so many individuals give directly to help support our scholarships for students this year. And everyone just came together to collaborate, and it was such a beautiful experience. And I'm so happy that we were able to live up to this year's theme, Champions of Sisterhood and Service. And speaking of champions, I do want to highlight some outstanding champions on our board this year. First, I'll start with Devin Hine. Devin, thank you so much. We had to pivot to digital programming and doing everything online, all of our communication online. Devin Hine served as our corresponding secretary this year, and she went above and beyond to make sure that we were able to stay connected to our membership, to send out more emails than we typically do to keep our community informed about the various stay-at-home orders, curfews, and different initiatives that were happening in our city that people needed to know about day to day and hour to hour. So Devin, thank you so much for being an outstanding board member this year. We could not have done it without you. And so check the mail because I will be at your mailbox with your award pretty soon. So again, thank you. And another outstanding board member was Holly Parker. Holly, thank you so much. You served as our treasurer and as the co-chair of the cocktail sip. And as you all know, the cocktail sip is a lot of work and it's one of our biggest fundraisers. And I'm so happy that we did have an opportunity to gather in person before quarantine and to raise money to make sure that we were able to do everything that we could to support our membership this year. And thank you for serving as treasurer and making sure that we had the funds available to give scholarships and to give hardship grants. We also addressed police brutality, and we issued a statement regarding George Floyd and racial injustice. And we did everything we could to support our community. Holly, I want to thank you especially because we could not have done it without you. So thank you, Holly Parker, outstanding board member this year. And finally, I would like to award Uche Andine with an outstanding board member award also. Uche, thank you so much. You really went above and beyond. Not only were you the co-chair of the cocktail sip and the newsletter editor. You also helped mentor the Young Lawyers Committee this year. You also planned multiple dynamic events to make sure that our members knew how to invest in stocks, knew how to invest in real estate during this time and take advantage of opportunities. They knew how to get their grants from the government through the CARES Act. And you also were the brainchild behind the reading to kids bedtime story series that we did this year, where twice a week we helped our members by reading bedtime stories to their children in their home together. And that was something very warm and comforting for our members and just enjoyable for everybody to help bring us together. So Ujay, thank you for everything you did this year. Those are the 3 outstanding board members. So thank you so much. So with that, it is now time for me to pass the gavel to our incoming president, Michelle Kazadi. And Michelle, I just want to say, I know you are going to have the most amazing year. I think we've proven that even though we don't know what the future holds, we are always up to the task. So I wish you and your board the best. And of course, I'll be here if you need me.
Good evening. My name is Tara Kennedy Doss. As the immediate past president of BWL, I bring greetings from myself and the past presidents of this illustrious organization. We have watched in awe over these last several months as Rosezetta led BWL with dignity during a global pandemic, national protest, and civil unrest as our country fights against racial injustice. Through Rosetta's leadership, BWL's voice has continued to be a positive force in California's legal community. Rosetta, we appreciate all that you have done for BWL this board year. With that, it is my pleasure to officially welcome you to the very exclusive Past Presidents Club of BWL. As a token of our appreciation and as a welcome gift, we present you with a gift basket containing some of your favorite things. We hope you enjoy these items as you rest and recover from a very demanding presidency. We love you, Rosetta, and welcome to the Past Presidents Club.